about the scene, man. Well, you can tell them about the old version.
I wasn't born yet.
The scene in 1988 and the early 90s was the most amazing scene you will ever see, period. And nothing compares to it. There were shows every single weekend.
Yeah.
There were so many amazing bands that had come out at that point in time, and it was just it was just the most amazing feeling. Just going to shows in and out, and it being packed, and slam dancing, stage dive, and going nuts. There was nothing like that's what it was. And then nowadays, I mean, the scene's there, you know. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a good scene and stuff, but nothing will ever recapture the late 80s and early 90s.
You know,
I mean, it was just a different, it was just a different era, and it was all new. You know, now it's been done for so long that, you know, there's a lot of copycats. There's a lot of, you know, bands that, you know, try to emulate what goes on, and, you know, and they I mean, the kids, you know, they try and stuff, but they don't know what happened back then.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they missed a lot. The majority of stuff wasn't really death metal. It was thrash metal. It was hardcore. It was like punk. It was hard rock, you know what I mean? So, you know, there was always a big racial divide on Long Island, especially between hardcore, the skinheads, and the metalheads. It was like a lot of times it just turned into a fucking war zone, is really what it did. And I think after the course of time, that kind of faded, and, you know, genres started to mix a little bit more out here for us. But, I mean, for right now and in general, I think the scene it's doing well. But I think that the music industry itself is really suffering a big blow due to internet, just like freaking Metallica Lars Ulrich was saying back there in the day with Napster. I hate to say it, but nowadays you got to agree with it, because the industry isn't the same. And, you know, bands aren't selling records. They have to work a lot harder in selling their merchandise and selling their CDs and so on and so forth. So really, as I said, it's a hard job, because now you can't just rely on a record label for tour support, hoping that you're going to get tours. I mean, it was harder for us to get tours back then than it is now, you know? But all in all, yo, the scene back then was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy.